I never got a chance to mess with the original Nvidia Android TV. In fact, I'd never gotten around to messing with any of the Nvidia portable handsets or streaming devices, but that's all about to change. This is the new Nvidia Shield TV, and I have to say, after reading from what this thing can do, I'm pretty stoked. I mean, sure, the older model can do all the same things, but like I said, this is my first experience, so let's just keep that in mind as we continue. One of the key differences, however, rests right there in the name of the product. The last generation was called the Nvidia Shield Android TV, where this is just the Nvidia Shield TV. It's available in a base model and a Pro model. The one I picked up is the base model, coming in at $199. The Pro model retails for around $299, has a larger form factor, and can store around 500 gigabytes of media. Also, both the new models feature 4K streaming with HDR technology, which is outstanding. Inside the box, you get the Shield remote, the Shield TV, the Shield controller, a USB cable for charging the controller, a quick start guide, reference manual, and then a power adapter. I also picked up the Shield stand, which is an additional $20, but makes the Shield look a lot better when it's sitting on top of your entertainment center. Okay, so the Shield TV is ridiculously small, although it doesn't feature the best build quality. It's made of mostly plastic, which does cut down on the weight, making it extremely easy to toss in a bag and take with you. The biggest issue with the build quality is the glossy finish, and the fact that it retains fingerprints pretty badly. On the left side, you're going to find one of two vents for cooling. This allows airflow to pass through the Shield TV. On the back side, you're going to find a power jack, Ethernet port, an HDMI port, and two USB 3.0 ports. The larger model does have a micro USB port and a micro SD card slot. However, for expansion, you can simply just plug in an external storage device into one of the USB 3.0 ports on the smaller model. Inside the Shield TV, you're going to find the same exact internals as the last generation, and this means a Tegra X1 processor with a powerful Maxwell 256-core GPU. From what I can see online, the Shield remote has also taken a small redesign. First, it has more of a matte plastic versus glossy plastic design. Secondly, it now features an IR blaster for direct control of your TV or stereo. Thirdly, it does not feature a rechargeable battery. Instead, you'll need to use a small object like a ballpoint pen or a SIM card removal tool to push in a small button on the bottom of the remote. This will eject a tray that will expose two small disc-style batteries that will need to be replaced whenever the remote dies. Nvidia states that the batteries will last a year on average use. The Shield controller has also taken a redesign and now features a slimmer profile and resembles more of an Xbox controller. It has etched polygons all throughout its exterior, giving it a very stylish look, at least in my personal opinion. I like it. The bottom features a 3.5mm headphone jack, a back button, pause button, and then a menu button. These are done in a matte plastic and have excellent feedback whenever they are pressed. At the top, you're going to find a micro USB port for charging. The controller feels good in the hand and seems to be pretty ergonomic. On the front center of the remote, you're going to find the Shield button, which triggers Google's voice search, and below that is a touch slider for adjusting the volume. Setup was stupid easy. Simply plug in the HDMI cable, then plug in the power cable, and you're golden. The on-screen setup process is pretty much all done on your phone as long as you have an Android device. The subtle green glow of the Shield TV once plugged in looks amazing and is not very distracting. Android TV combined with Nvidia's software is an amazing streaming platform, at least from my first impressions. Everything is laid out with a user-friendly interface. GeForce Now seems to be really legit. It allows you to stream games on Nvidia's platform, or you can stream your PC games as long as you have a modern Nvidia GPU inside your PC. I'll be testing all this out in my full review, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe for that. You can also play Android flavored games, which is dope. However, it's kind of pointless when you can play full-fledged PC or console style games through Nvidia's platform or from your PC. So far, I'm really liking the Nvidia Shield TV. The controller from my short time with it has been very comfortable for gaming. Plus, having Google Home and voice search support is so much better than Siri. I'll be doing a full review on my experience with the Shield TV in the upcoming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing and first impressions video. If you did, go ahead and drop me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you have any questions, subscribe for future content, and hit me up on my social media platforms to get involved in a more direct communication line. Also, don't forget to join the notification squad by turning those on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be easy.